Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived two pigeons named Sunny and Chintu. They were best friends who had grown up together in the same old banyan tree near the village temple. Sunny was a bright and cheerful pigeon with shining white feathers. He loved to talk and share his ideas with everyone. From morning till evening, Sunny would chirp loudly, telling stories, giving advice, and talking about everything he knew. He believed that, because he was smart and had seen many things, everyone should listen to him. Chintu, on the other hand, was a quiet and thoughtful pigeon with soft gray feathers. He had gentle eyes and a calm nature. Chintu preferred to listen more than he talked. He would sit silently on the branches, watching the world around him and learning from everything he saw and heard. The other birds in the village often said that Sunny was the clever one because he talked so much, while Chintu seemed simple because he remained quiet. But an old wise owl who lived in the tallest tree knew better. He could see that true wisdom lived in Chintu's silent observations. One day, a terrible drought came to the village. The rivers dried up, the ponds became empty, and the small water holes where the birds drank disappeared. All the birds gathered under the banyan tree to discuss what they should do. Everyone was worried and scared. Sunny immediately stood up and started talking loudly. "I know exactly what we should do," he announced proudly. "I have seen humans digging wells when there is no water. We should all fly to the mountains. I am sure there will be water there. I heard someone talking about mountain springs once. We must leave immediately." Many birds got excited hearing Sunny's confident words. He spoke with such certainty that they believed he must be right. Sunny continued talking, describing the mountains and the water they would find there, even though he had never actually been to the mountains himself. But Chintu sat quietly, thinking carefully. He noticed that Sunny had not asked anyone else for their thoughts. He had not listened to the old owl, who had lived through many droughts. He had not paid attention to the sparrows, who had just returned from a long journey. Chintu remained silent, but kept his eyes and ears open. The next morning, Sunny gathered a large group of birds to fly to the mountains. "Come with me, everyone. I will lead you to water," he declared. Many birds prepared to follow him, impressed by his bold words and strong voice. Just before they were about to leave, Chintu spoke softly. "Wait, my friends. Before we fly such a long distance, should we not listen to those who might know better?" Sunny laughed. "Chintu, you never have any ideas because you never talk. What do you know? I have thought about this carefully. We must trust my judgment." But Chintu gently insisted. "I have been listening, Sunny. The sparrows who returned yesterday mentioned seeing a hidden pond just beyond the western fields. The old owl lived through the last drought and remembers a secret spring near the caves. Perhaps we should hear what they have to say before making such a big journey." Sunny became impatient. "There is no time for all this listening. Talking and action are what matter. I am leaving now, and whoever is wise will follow me." He flew off toward the mountains with a group of birds who believed in his confident words. Chintu stayed behind with a few other birds. He quietly approached the old owl and asked, "Grandfather Owl, you have lived many years. What do you suggest we do?" The wise owl smiled at Chintu's respect. "My dear child, there is indeed a spring near the caves, just a short flight from here. It never dries up, even in the worst drought. But very few know about it, because everyone is too busy talking to listen to old stories." Chintu then flew to the sparrows and asked them about what they had seen. They told him about a small pond they had discovered beyond the western fields, hidden behind tall grass. It still had plenty of water. Chintu thanked them and shared this information with the birds who had stayed. Together, they flew to the hidden pond and found fresh, clean water. They drank happily and bathed in the cool water. Then Chintu led some birds to the secret spring near the caves, which was even better. They had found salvation without flying far away or risking a dangerous journey. Meanwhile, Sunny and his group flew for hours toward the mountains. The journey was long and tiring. When they finally reached the mountains, they discovered that the slopes were dry too. The drought had affected the mountains as well. Exhausted and disappointed, they had to turn back, having wasted precious energy and time. When Sunny returned to the village 3 days later, tired and thirsty, he found Chintu and the other birds healthy and happy near the hidden pond. Sunny felt ashamed. His friend had succeeded not through talking, but through listening and learning from others. Chintu welcomed Sunny with kindness and led him to the water. As Sunny drank, tears filled his eyes. "I am sorry, my friend," he said softly. "I thought I was wise because I talked so much. But I was a fool. I did not listen to anyone. I put my friends in danger because of my pride." Chintu placed his wing around Sunny's shoulder. "Do not be too hard on yourself, dear friend. We all make mistakes. The important thing is that we learn from them. I have learned that you have courage and confidence, which I sometimes lack. And perhaps you have learned that listening is just as important as speaking." From that day forward, Sunny changed. He still had wonderful ideas and loved to share them, but now he also took time to listen to others. He asked questions. He valued the wisdom of the old owl. He paid attention to the experiences of the sparrows. He learned that every creature, no matter how small or quiet, had something valuable to teach. Sunny and Chintu became an even better team. Sunny's enthusiasm, combined with Chintu's thoughtful listening, made them wise leaders in their community. Other birds came to them for guidance, and they always made sure to listen carefully before offering advice. The village prospered, and the friendship between the two pigeons grew stronger than ever. They taught the young birds an important lesson. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen more than we talk. Years passed, and the story of Sunny and Chintu spread to villages far and wide. Birds everywhere learned that true wisdom comes not from talking about what you know, but from listening and learning from others. The moral: listen more than you talk. In silence, we find wisdom. Through listening, we learn and grow. Those who take time to hear others will always find better solutions than those who only speak. Remember, a closed mouth gathers understanding, but an open heart receives knowledge from every direction.